Good morning to all. Today I am going to take a lesson related to class 9th, lesson 3, laws of motion. In that laws of motion, there are explained 3 Newton's laws. What are they? First law is about the inertia. Second law is about the momentum and then related force. Third law about action reaction methods. So first law, inertia. What is that inertia of motion? Inertia meaning they want to be in the same state. That is, they don't like to change their position. They are opposing any force act upon that. That matter is related to inertia law. So they have two types that inertia laws. First inertia is inertia of rest. That body should be in rest condition. That time they possesses inertia of rest. Next type is inertia of motion. This time that inertia is related to the object's motion. When they are in motion, that time they have possessed that inertia of motion property. If that mass of that object is greater, they are possessing heavy inertia. If they are in rest also, if that mass is greater, they have inertia of rest is very much greater. If they are in inertia of motion, that time also, if that object has much mass, heavy mass, then they have inertia of motion also heavy. So this inertia is related to mass of the object. We have one example we will take. When a bus is in rest, a standing passenger inside the bus is in steady position. Suddenly when that bus is started and start moving motion, that person falls backward. What is reason? Because his body want to be in the inertia of rest as standing position, but his bus moved forward, so a force is pulled backward upon him, so he lost his control, so he is falling backward. So his inertia of rest is disturbed that time. When same bus, when it is in moving, suddenly applied brake, that time passengers are falling forward. What is that reason? That time all of that body including bus is in motion before, suddenly bus stopped, but the bodies of the passengers can't stop that much faster, so they are falling forward. So this is the example for inertia of rest and the inertia of motion. Suppose this mass matter, how can we understand? Suppose a small stone is there, it is in a rest condition, easily we can push. We can give some amount of force, suddenly its inertia is disturbed. But if it is a very big rock, size of the rock is very big, it possesses heavy inertia of rest. That time, how much if you apply force also, it's not moving. Why? Its inertia of rest is greater. This matter we are understanding related to mass and inertia relationship. Second law is related to momentum law. What is momentum? Momentum is the object property when it is in motion. That time only it will act. When it is in rest condition, that momentum is not happening, but it has only mass. But when that same object started moving, it has some power to force apply. That force application is considered as momentum P. It's a letter used denoting letter is P. So momentum physical definition is mass into velocity. Mass of the object into the velocity of the object, because moving body has a velocity, moving speed. So that we are considering with a particular direction, then it is considered as velocity. So momentum is equal to mass into velocity. So its unit for mass kilogram, and then for velocity meter per second. So momentum unit is meter per second. Another one unit also we are using in SI system, that is Newton per second. So this is the momentum law. When a body moved in a straight line, they are getting a linear momentum. It may be in different direction then according to that, but that body has momentum. This method is related to momentum law, it is Newton's second law. From that we can derive one force definition also based on this momentum law. I will read. According to Newton's second law of rate of change of momentum of an object is opposed to the net force applied on that object in the direction of the force. So force is directly proportional to force is directly proportional to delta P, that is change of momentum divided by delta T, rate of change of time, velocity. Next, if we take F net is equal to K into delta P by delta V, that is delta V is the velocity, not time. So delta P is equal to delta into m dot V. This is we are deriving from this first momentum rule. P is equal to mass into V. If mass of body is constant, then delta P is equal to m into delta V. Next, F net is equal to m into delta V divided by delta T. That time we know delta V by delta T is equal to A, acceleration. So F becomes mass into acceleration, m into A. So F is equal to ma. So net force we are calculating. Net force is maximum 2-3 forces are applied upon a same body. So we are considering as F net. F net is equal to mass into acceleration, mass of the body into acceleration of the body. Next, unit for that force F net is equal to kilogram dot meter per second square, or we are considering as a Newton unit. Next law is Newton's third law. This is very famous law of Newton. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So there is a pair form. So whenever a action happen, for that one reaction also happen. What is that? For every action there is equal and opposite reaction formed. When an object exerts a force on other object, the second object also exerts a force on the first one, which is equal in magnitude amount but opposite in direction. So the two opposing forces are known as action reaction pair. Both are together formed every time. Whenever action is there, reaction must be there. Example, recoil of gun, rocket launching time, walking time, boat or ship moving on a river or water, when we are running, when we are catching any ball or any object, when cycle riding time, car, any motion of object, there will be a action and a reaction. These are the methods we are going to understand from this three laws I explained. Thank you.